doing all these things. Never mind, we just experiment. Thanks for doing this with me. Are you in your
No
gym?
problem. No, I don't have time because we finished
Okay.
our walk at 8:20. Then yeah, and then I realized that if I go gym, I wouldn't have time to talk to you since I committed to this. Then I'm like, okay, I borrowed my friend's office to talk to you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But I thought
No
if you are
worries.
in your gym outfit, it will be quite cool also.
I'm my
So
gym outfit. It's just that I'm not gymming. I
okay.
was walking. Yeah, we had a
So
walk together. Yeah.
so I thought I'd get a glimpse of your everyday life. What you do. I know. Every time I talk to you, right, you are either jogging or running errands. So you live a very active life. Okay.
Yeah. Who are these kids? Maybe give some intro.
Anyway, I think today
It's
the
live now, eh?
oh, it's recording already. Yeah. Okay. No, it's recording
Pause first.
pause. Okay.
Pause
Okay.
first,
No, I'm just trying different things. Or should I pause it first? No lah, no lah.
No need.
I think we are live already. Anyway, just experimenting, doing something different. We are supposed to sort of do this on a weekend, right? Then you say that you cannot make it because you'll be in Jakarta.
Mm.
So when you suggested Tuesdays, which is tonight, right? So I'm supposed to experiment going live tonight. So I thought since you asked, right? So I thought okay, bring you along live. So yeah, so I think today what we want to do is since you are here with us, right? We want to ask you a little bit question. Of course, I know you. I know you for quite a number of years already, and also we work together in Song Kids. Okay, you are the vice president, right? So
We are starting at 9 or starting now?
we can start now. What's the time now?
8:54.
I think it's fine. We start.
Okay.
Anyway, okay. Anyway, this is just an experiment, so we can make mistakes. So we just let our hair down, and just have a very authentic conversation. Okay, of course, I was saying that I know you, but I think my audience do not know you. Okay, just give you an introduction. I sort of started this channel called Old Human School. And what the objective of Old Human School is basically to help the people that we are working with, the refugees, the orphans, give them a platform to actually learn things from different people. So I did my first interview with my brother-in-law, which is the pastor in Collective in KL. So I think that was fun. So today we brought you in. Okay, so I think I know you, but my audience do not know you. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself, and yeah, what are you doing now?
Okay. Hi, I'm Charmain. I'm an entrepreneur. Been running my own business for 11 years. Started running the business when I was studying in university. Currently what we do is we teach people how to fish by teaching people how to do sales using a digital fishing rod, which is called CRM and sales automation, and teaching you how to fish right because you need to sell to the people that you can value add to. So that's what we do.
Okay, so you are CEO of Quickdesk, lah, which is the name of your company. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
also I also put inside the description, right, that you also you won an award in 2019, right? Which is the 30 under 30 Asia Tech Award, right?
Enterprise tech.
Enterprise Tech. Okay, so maybe share with us a bit of journey because you didn't get to where you were just overnight. Okay, you started maybe when you were very young. Maybe share with us a little bit about your growing up. Like, how are you like when you were younger? What sort of girl were you when you were young?
What sort of girl was I? I guess I'm a very, let's see, how do I describe this? Uh, I am, I guess a very cheeky, mischievous, rebellious kid. Always want things my way. Love having fun and yeah, and I think I'm always a very curious person, always wanting to learn and always observing a lot of things around me.
Okay. So were you, because now you are CEO of a tech company, and I know this is not a normal path for a girl. Huh? So the tech industry is sort of dominated by guys. So we just curious, like how did your journey started being an entrepreneur? Why didn't you just follow your path like as a, just find a job lah? And then, what did you graduate? Why don't you just find a job? But how did you enter into entrepreneurship and that led to where you are right now? So
I guess, when I was 14, I got the experience and the chance to really run like my class as a company, experimenting, selling things, building things and selling things. I guess I really enjoyed the experience in the sense that we created something from nothing. And more importantly, we were able to bring smiles to people. And I also realized that I kind of love the holistic challenge, which is I don't just do one thing sales, but I do from manufacturing all the way to sales. And I find this whole like creating your own business, running your own business being very fun. So going back to, doing things are fun, I find running a business really fun. So I wanted
okay.
to run a
What was
business when
your
I was 14.
what was your first business? Now we are doing, of
Uh,
course, Quickdesk, which is a CRM and a sales solution, right, for enterprises. But before that, did you start off like this, or did you do something else?
I invented winter gloves for touchscreen device because I wanted to be able to like be able to use my phone out in the cold. But normal gloves just doesn't function with it.
Okay. So a device, you have you can operate the device, all right? So you have a
Sorry?
glove that enables you to operate the device.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? The
Yes.
the Okay. So you started with that first, and then it became Quickdesk. I mean, what happened there was did you close down the business? Then you move on to Quickdesk. How did the transition between that first business and this business came about?
So I realized that, even you have the best product in the world, if you have the best invention in the world, if you couldn't do good sales, you will just suffer, right? And at the end of the day, business is all about creating something that value adds. And from the value that you add, you are able to make good money out of it. But more importantly is that you always need a balance between developing a good product and bringing in sales because you need to be able to feed your people, you need to be able to grow in profits. Yeah.
Okay. So entrepreneurship is about bringing a product that is useful to people, right? But not only that, right? You also have to be able to sell it,
Yeah.
which is the reason why actually you venture into doing Quickdesk, right? Which is
Yeah.
focusing on sales to help people. Okay, I'm sure the journey, right, from where you were as a little mischievous young girl to the manufacturing business, and now to this enterprise system business, right? I think it's not easy. Okay, reason why we ask you to come on board is to share with our people who maybe they are starting off. Okay, maybe they have a dream. So I want you to share with us your life lessons. Okay, so today we won't let you go, right, until you share with us 3 principles or 3 lessons that you have learned along the way. But I want to focus more on your early days, like how you started. Maybe you share from there, right? What are the 3 most important lessons that to get to where you are right now, a successful entrepreneur who has By the way, how big is your company? I know that you're going to Jakarta next week, and I think you are in Singapore right now, right? I'm in KL,
Yeah.
but Singapore. You know,
I think you're lagging. Sorry, cannot
how
really
is
hear you.
Quickdesk? Yeah, I just want to
Sorry, I cannot really hear
want
you.
people to know about Quickdesk. Okay, I just want people to know more about Quickdesk, right? Okay, like where are you right now? Are you just in Singapore or are you in the region?
I'm in Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia. Yeah. I think the goal is really to expand regionally, then globally. So that's where we are at right now.
Okay, so now you are not just based in Singapore, but you have regional 3 offices. Okay, well
Yeah.
that's impressive. Okay, to me. So okay, 3 lessons. What got you to where you are right now?
I think what really got me to where I am right now is I think being very clear of what's your personal mission statement. Um, I think my mission statement has never changed, which is to make the best out of the talents that God has blessed me with, and to multiply it. So that's one. The second, the second learning lesson is that have faith and trust the process. Sometimes, things may not happen the way you want, but maybe things were not supposed to happen that way anyway. And it's all about God's timing. So persevere, right? I think
Okay,
um start well and finish the race well.
okay, okay. So you mentioned 2 there. So first is about your personal statement that you want to use your God-given talent, right, to serve people. How do you first develop this personal statement? Like how do you encourage people to find that personal statement? Is it immediately you got it right? Someone told you or God told you, or was it developed through time? This personal statement of using
I
your
think
God-given talent.
started, when I first started, it was all about like, I mean, when I was really young, like since 10 years old, I always believe in living a life without regrets. And it means to always do my best in everything that I do. I think that was how I was since I was a kid. But how it evolved is realizing that, I think fundamentally we are already very blessed in many aspects. Like the fact that I could pursue my dreams, I have food to eat, I could breathe. I have great friendships and relationships. I think feeling blessed and thankful led me to think that, if God has given me a chance to live on this earth, I need to really do the best out, be good stewards to the talents He has given me.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you're talking about just being grateful with those things that God has given you, lah. Like simple things, friendship, family, food, and all these things. And through there, you recognize that there's something for you to give back to bless others, right? So that's how you sort of stumble upon your personal statement. I suppose your personal statement is very general. I think everyone can adopt that, right? So it's just that they need to recognize that everyone has a God-given talent. Would that be true?
I think it's really about, I mean, yes, I think everybody, when I was younger, I always like to compare myself with others. I always say like, why are they so talented? I'm not. Why is God so unfair? Why they got that I don't have. Then I realized over time that, things that we may not value as our talents could actually be talents. I give an example. So when I was in school, I always tell my friends, why are you so smart? You always score A. But yeah, I like work study so hard, but I cannot. Then my friend said, but you are given other talents. He said, what you mean? He said, you have the purpose, you have the passion, you have the ability to persevere. That by itself is a talent. I want to, also cannot. I said, huh, what you mean? Then he said, you are able to always find a purpose in everything you do, and you're always able to find a way to persevere through the challenges you have. And I think that itself is a talent. And I mean, over time, as I get to know more people in my life and I get to see the ups and downs of people's life, I realized that, wow, actually the ability to fight, the ability to persevere, through the challenges I face. It's a gift and it's a talent.
Wow, that's a very good perspective. Persevere, ability to fight, right, is actually a talent, and that's something that we have to use it, you know. Okay, regardless of what the dream is, right? Okay, that's good. Okay, thanks for sharing that. So you shared your first point about personal statement, right? Using your God-given talent, and you gave us a very good perspective how we can use our God-given talent. The second thing you mentioned is about having faith and trust the process. That sometimes it's God's timing, so you have to trust the process. What do you mean by the process? How do you know that we are in, let's say we started something, right, that we are in the right process?
I think you can only be in the right process if the process is something that God leads first and not you lead first. I think the difference is that if you lead first, maybe it might be a wrong process. But if God is the one that leads first, the process can't be wrong. So in the past 1 week plus, I have been walking with God. I have been communicating and journeying with God each day. And I always say, God, I will not make a move until you say move.
Okay.
And I think living this faith-based life has allowed me to identify that, you know, um, God has already given me this business. God really said He's the CEO of this business. Why should I doubt? Why me of little faith should I question what is at the end of the journey? Am I starving? Am I hungry? I'm not. I may not be achieving my goals, but it's just because these goals are not being achieved now. In His time, He will make it work. And day after day, I receive so many miracles that I tell my friends, I was like, oh my God, I live a day like people's 1 week. But more interestingly, beyond that, it's that as long as you always do the right things right, as long as you don't rush into things, as long as you think through what's going to happen next, with God's approval, trust the process, God will provide.
Wow, okay. So as long as you don't do the right thing, as
As
long
long as
as
you
you
do the
do
right
the
thing
right
right.
thing, right? As long as you do the right thing, you persevere, right? And I capture that you mentioned something about journaling as well. So,
Journeying.
oh, journeying. Okay, journeying. Does that include journaling as well? Like you journal your journey. No?
I talk to people, so
Okay.
maybe if I get my few friends to combine the messages I send them, it becomes a journal. But
Okay.
besides that, maybe not.
Yeah, okay. That's very interesting, because you mentioned a lot about God, a God-led life, have faith, a faith-based life. So I assume that when you say have faith and trust the process, you are actually trusting divine guidance, right? Share with us a little bit about your faith journey, like what what is God to you? Who is God to you? And yeah, how do you be able to trust a God in the process? Maybe you share, like, at what age do you come to faith, and how was the journey like, and how does it impact your journey as an entrepreneur?
I think God to me is like a father. It's a very loving father. Um, I say that because when I was going through my lowest point and I really lost hope in everything, I think He ensured that I was never really alone. He brought people into my life, to comfort me, to be my strength when I have no strength. And to show me love when I know no love. Um, of course, father it sounds like, like God is like a very vague thing because you don't really see Him. But they always say God sends people to your life, and they're like His messengers, right? So I think that's one. I think the second thing that it's very impressionable is God is like a teacher. I think running a business has been very hard because there's so many challenges, there's so many struggles. Um, but I realized that all these challenges and struggles happen for me and not to me. Um, that there was a lesson meant for me to learn. And if I told God I love to learn, then how can you learn if you don't ever struggle and feel challenged? So learn. God is a savior. There are many times that I'm a sinful human being, lah. I'm a sinner by nature. But God always allowed us a second chance. When I remember very clearly one of the Easter Sunday when the message was Jesus has really died on the cross for our sin. We are given a chance to live a second life. I think that particular sentence really stood out to me, that why should I not forgive myself and God really forgive me? God, it's my light when I have no light. Right. So I think, I have a very worrisome and fearful personality, but he always showed me light. He always showed me hope. And I think for that reason, he's my light. And last but not least, God is my best friend. God is my best friend because I can always talk to him about all my struggles, all my worries, and anything I have in my mind. And I know very clearly that he's there to listen. He's there to digest. And he's there to ensure I have a cushion and a pillow to lie on. So that's God to me.
Wow, wow. The last few minutes, you really share about God as someone very intimate, someone very personal. I think from, just looking at you, looking at as a CEO, seeing you win awards, as an entrepreneur, sometimes we do not know behind the scene, the secret of those success, comes from that. Maybe what you just shared, like the intimacy and the guidance from a father, a savior, a friend that you have. So I think that gave us some light to your point about having faith and trusting the process. You're not really trusting the process, like you're really trusting a divine God that guides you. Am I right?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Okay, that's good. So, okay, you shared only two, right? Okay, you shared about your personal statement first, to believe in your talent, in your ability, and the ability can be as simple as just the ability to persevere. Okay, having a will to fight, right? And the second thing is about having faith and trusting a divine God in the process that He's brought you through. Okay, not enough. Okay, we need one more. Maybe one last nugget that you can actually give to our audience. Like someone wants to start off humble and moving to become an entrepreneur, award-winning entrepreneur, have offices in 3 countries. Yeah, one more. Can you share with us, or you have to think?
I think if there's one more nugget that I will share, I think we cannot live a life without challenges. I think that's idealistic.
Wow. Okay.
Um, but more importantly, it's to I think, find joy in the fact that we go through challenges, but that we overcome challenges differently because we have grown as a person. Um, yeah. So I guess finding joy in the challenges that you have and have fun. It's not going to be easy, but it's surely going to be worth it.
Okay. So finding joy in your challenges. So, okay, let's talk about challenges. I think there's something that sometimes people do not appreciate. I always share with people that when you go to the gym, right, you want to build muscles, right? Actually, it's the challenge and the tension that actually brings about the muscles. It's when you exert pressure, right, that things develop. So, and sometimes people don't appreciate. People see, successful people, they thought that everything comes overnight, but they do not know that behind it is a lot of challenges. Okay, you mentioned something about finding joy in those challenges, right? So, is there a okay, let's say I have people right now, they're listening, right? They are going through the most severe challenge in their life, right? How do you find joy in those challenges? Like, is there something practical that they can do? Like,
Wow, it's damn hard, leh. But I guess if I look back in the lowest point in my life and it was just all darkness and I really feel very lost, I find joy knowing that I'm not alone. I
Okay.
find joy knowing that I have people to journey with. At the
Okay.
end of the day, right? I think the most precious thing in the world is actually the relationships that you have built that you can hold dear to and the lives you've impacted. It's really I mean for me, I feel that you can make money fast, you can lose money fast. Um and
Okay.
I used to worship mammon, which is money, but I realized that life is more than money. Money is important, don't get me wrong. But money is needed, right? It's a necessity, it's a means to an end. But more importantly is that as you journey on,
Yeah.
never do it alone, because what's the point of having all the money but you celebrate it alone?
Okay.
Celebrate with a bunch of people. Yeah.
Okay, that's very powerful. Sometimes we entrepreneurs, right? We go out, and our focus on money can just sort of drag us away. Like, because end of the day, a business has to make money, but we think that that is the end, but actually it's not. That's the means to an end. And I like it that you talk about people around you. So your joy is found in the people that is around you. Can you share with me, share with us, right? Who are the people around you that support you the most during your journey? And I'm sure you have mentors, you have people, friends and all these things. What do we need to build around us, right? Who do we need to have around us, right, in order to support us to go through an entrepreneurial journey? Who are your best friends? Who are your support?
Mm, I think most importantly, there needs to be mentors to help you who has been through what you have been through before and guide you to not walk the wrong path. I'm very thankful for spiritual mentor. I'm very thankful for a mentor in my same industry as me. I'm very thankful for a business coach, a life coach. These are people who have way more experience than me, but they know what it means to fall. And not that they don't let me fall, but even as I fall, they allowed me to understand why I fell. I think that's one. I think the second thing that stood out to me is peers. I realized that I'm somebody that needs an outlet to always share people my journey. So having peers who are willing to listen, to journey with me, and to see me through my tears and my happiness.
Okay.
And
But
most importantly, my team,
okay.
right? I think, you know, I always see running a business like a sports game. As an entrepreneur, sometimes we play striker to do sales. Sometimes we play captain to lead a team.
Right.
Sometimes we play manager to ensure everybody's welfare is taken care of. Sometimes we play coach to guide them and nurture them. And sometimes we are just a midfielder managing the front and the back, or sometimes a defender managing compliance.
Okay.
So I think that, yeah, having a team to fight together with and win together with matters.
Right. Okay. Great. So I think you described, a team of people that actually provides that support, and that's how, yeah, that's where your joy is lah. When you go through challenges, right? And these are the people that actually come about supporting you. I had I think over the weekend, I had somebody come up to me and said, Hong Teck, I sensed that I needed a mentor. So he actually asked me to become his mentor. Okay, I've never had that happen for a while. I think for a few years, I never had people approaching me and asking me to be a mentor. And I thought that is a very humbling thing to do, right? To admit that, okay, you needed somebody to guide you, and then approaching somebody to 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 be your mentor. So I want to ask you, how do you find your mentors? I know what this gentleman did, right? It's a very rare thing, okay? So how do you find your mentors? If somebody that's listening, right, want to look for a mentor.
I think I'm very thick skinned because I don't know, since I was in school, I'm always the kind of person that have a lot of questions. I learn by asking questions.
Okay.
So I need somebody that can answer my questions. And usually people can answer your questions, people who have the knowledge, right? So the right knowledge, relevant knowledge, and yeah. So I guess for me, seeking mentors start from knowing what kind of knowledge that you need to learn to get to the next phase. And more importantly, the mentor need to come from a place of good heart. Yeah. That the heart is just a nurturing heart wanting to really
Okay.
help you.
Okay. So you're not different from the gentleman that approached me, right? So be thick skin and be able to know what question to ask, right? And yeah, dare to approach somebody and ask, right? So sometimes we don't get help is because we don't ask. So I think what you brought to the table is this thing about being courageous to ask people, and I think people are always more than willing to help. I mean, everyone's wants their life to be of significance, that it will be able to help someone else along. So I think sometimes, yeah, like, don't be paiseh or don't be shy to ask someone else to journey together with you. And I think by that we create more a support system. And as you say, we will find joy in the challenges as we pursue our dreams, or we, move to what God has called us to do. Right. Okay. Is there anything else you want to, leave behind for our people
Always
who
stay hopeful and always have faith. Yeah.
always stay hopeful, always have faith? Okay, great. So thank you, Charmaine. So if I may summarize, right? Okay, today Charmaine shared about three important principles. How she got to where she is right now. First is to develop a personal mission statement. The statement can be as simple as that you have a God-given talent, and the ability to fight, ability to just persevere is a talent, and go for it, have a personal statement. Second thing is to have faith and trust in the process, and the process is brought about because God brought you into a dream or into something that He wants you to pursue. So never give up until God says give up. Okay, so never change direction, and have faith to continue to trust a God who will lead you. And last thing is, yes, challenges. Yeah, do not despise challenges, but always try to find joy in the challenges. And the joy is found most of the time not in money or in physical things, but in the people that you can surround you, that surrounds you. So look for mentors, look for people that will journey with you, and I'm sure that people will be very happy to help you along. Okay, so with that, I think that this has been a wonderful session. So thanks for allowing us to extract your pick your brain, and thank you for your. I always sense the humility that is in your heart lah. Like because we serve together in Songkids, and we always we go through our challenges, right, in the team as well. So I always see a humble heart in you, and your ability to persevere, to be encouraging as we go through bad times. It's really admirable. So we thank you for your time. So
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
no problem, and yeah, we hope we can do this again next time. If have more that we can learn from you, we'll call you back. Okay.
Okay.
So thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Charmaine, and thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I don't know how many of you have tuned in. Again, this is an experiment, so we are free to make mistakes. So forgive us if anything is not good, but let's persevere and move on together. Okay. Thank you. See you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
You want to take a screenshot together?
Yeah, sure. Okay. You take.
I'll do it lah.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay.
Okay. I will take care. I will stop the recording. Now I have to learn how
Okay.
to stop all the other live streams.
Okay lah,
Okay.
good try.